Hi there, it's Luther Blacklock and I'm tucked away in the state-of-the-art Orca fitting studio. This facility is designed for tailoring clubs to your best fit using the best components. So all the work that I'm doing today and demonstrating, I'll be using the Orca irons, which make a big difference, and the closer you get to a person's optimum swing, the more important perfect club fitting becomes. So as I say, this is the Orca brand and it's an up-and-coming brand, but well worth a look. Now, it's a very critical time for teachers and players, I believe. We've gone as far as we can with all the mechanics and all the launch monitor and the data. And I'm not against the data, but sometimes it overpowers people and just gives information overload. I think it's important to have the data, but equally important to be able to feel it rather than just work it out with your brain. To my mind, you've got to feel it. Now, Scotty Scheffler being number one, what do we know about Scotty? Well, we know that his scoring and his distance control in terms of getting to pin high is just unparalleled. His statistics are similar to that of Tiger at his prime. And yet anyone that follows Scotty knows that his footwork is highly erratic. So when he hits the shot, incredible movement of the feet, all dancing around, and you think that would make him erratic, but it doesn't. Now, why is that? Well, if you said to me, Luther, how do you teach golf? I can tell you in 10 seconds. You teach posture and grip, and having done that, you teach low, high, draw, fade, chip, pitch and putt. You have a posture and a grip and 7 shots. If you learn the 7 shots, you're going to end up with the swing that we wanted. Now, Scotty is an absolute key example of that. And his favourite training method, or training aid, is the classic moulded training grip. It's a street myth probably, but they reckon the first one of these was Hogan's. I'd like to think it was, but I don't think it's true. Nice thought though. The beauty is it moulds your hand onto the handle, you end up with the correct left thumb position, and then the right hand joins the left hand. So really, we've got an absolutely perfect match between the club face and the shaft and the hands. So whether you're Jim Furyk or Louis Westhuizen or Scotty Scheffler, whatever you do in your swing, that's okay. It's a creation of power and a release of power. The issue is, what's the relationship like between the club face and your body, which comes through the hands. So we can talk about having 2 knuckles on your left hand or the V's pointing at Manchester, I don't know. It's different for every club, so why worry about it? What matters is the biomechanical neutrality of the grip. There's the parallel left thumb, just right of centre. If the left thumb's placed well, the right hand fits it. That's the best way, I think. If youngsters were given one of these and a 6-iron in their early introduction to golf, and all they had was this grip and 1 club and a bunch of balls, I think they could improvise golf the way that they would improvise table tennis or soccer or real tennis. They would improvise. But happily for the teaching profession, people don't do that. They grip the club and they turn their hands to the right and they get strong and they get shut. A whole tour is based now on a strong grip, shut face to the top, big body clearance to fight the hook left, hitting it as far as you can, finding it and using a wedge. Interesting to me that you don't see many female golfers who are bowed at the top. When the men bow at the top, they're shutting down the club face at impact, controlling it. I don't think the ladies can afford to give up that mobility. So you'll see a wrist hinge, not a wrist hinge damage by bowing of the left wrist and left hand and forearm, okay? So the ladies tend to play from there more, and the fellas these days are bowed and stronger at the top. Not saying they're wrong, it's just one way of doing it. There's a whole history of golfers that didn't do it from the bowed wrist that really did quite well. All right, so let's just talk about Scotty with the training grip. I believe it's the purest, simplest way of teaching the grip, and it doesn't matter how erratic you are. So, they say that golf, I say that golf should be like a racket sport, you know, a bit like playing tennis. So I'm just going to show you something. I'm going to hold the 6-iron like a tennis racket, as pure as it can be, and it means that if I throw the ball up, I can hit the shot. Now, if I twist the club face, have a look what it does to the quality of the strike. I can't find it. There's no club face. So when I did find it, look how it died down low. Nobody wants to play tennis with a club face like that. Scotty hasn't. Scotty has a perfect relationship with both hands. So the leading edge of the club face, the shaft, the hands, and then the body are all taken care of. So if you set up with a good grip, you go back, you can create your power in lots of different ways. There's loads of ways of swinging the club, but the backswing is a creation of power. If the grip is good, when you come to hit it, I could be a bit heavy, but the ball has gone down the line, withdraw. So that was a good miss hit, wasn't it? So let me show you that again. Pure grip. Create the power, whichever way you want, doesn't really matter as long as you create the power. Then release the shot. Okay. I'll put a little bit of footwork for you, just like Scheffler. So let me just pull those two things together. I think Scotty Scheffler could be one of the best factors for the teaching profession. I teach golf through good posture and good grip, and I teach my pupils 7 shots. And if they learn the 7 shots and good grip and good posture, then they have the swing that you and the coach both wanted. Okay, it's a different way of looking at it. I think it's brilliant that Scotty's coach has left his footwork alone, because he knows how that works. We can't do it, but Scotty can. And the proof of the pudding is in the eating, all right? So what do you want? Do you want a pure grip and a dodgy swing, or a great swing and a dodgy grip? So I'm going to do that. I'm going to hold the club strong. Okay, I'm going to set up perfectly. I'm going to make my best swing. Look what the club face has done to the ball. If a tennis racket was twisted that much, it would be cross court, missing the court completely. So I'd much rather the swing be idiosyncratic, but the control of the club face to be exemplary. So let's do this. Scotty's grip, like the moulded grip, load the power and hit the shot. Okay, didn't quite nail that one, it's just slipped out to 1 o'clock. So I hope you found that helpful. If only sold you one training aid, I think the moulded training grip would be the one. You can get it for right-handers and for left-handers. If the grip's pure, the swing can afford to be erratic. If the grip isn't pure, the swing is obliged to be erratic. Let's go for a simple movement of a pure grip. Everybody wins.